morning, everyone. Today, we'll be talking about a recently released report on re-engineering the SDLC, how AI is basically transforming every phase of the software delivery. I'll be taking about 20-25 minutes to take you through this presentation that I have, and we can reserve some time at the end for the Q&A. Please feel free to drop your questions or your feedback in the chat, and we'll try and take as many as possible. So to begin, our topic here is how artificial intelligence or AI is changing the way we build software. We are not just talking about building the software, but in fact the whole software development life cycle, the SDLC, and how AI is basically becoming a big part of it. From planning to maintenance to the deployment and every phase of it. AI is making everything faster, smarter, and more efficient. We'll look at real benefits, the current challenges that AI brings in, and what the future looks like currently. Whether you are a developer or a manager or just curious about tech, this will give you a solid overview. So to start, here's a quick summary of the key takeaways. AI is being used across every stage of software delivery and not just coding. It's helping teams deliver better software and more quickly with fewer mistakes. Generative AI tools like GitHub, Copilot, or ChatGPT are speeding things up, and developer adoption is also growing rapidly day by day. We have also seen AI's impact that is going beyond time savings. It improves engagement and satisfaction for teams. But as you know, there are also risks involved. AI can produce a lot of errors and privacy or security concerns as well. So that's why we need human oversight, and upskilling is an essential part that is required. So we'll look at all of this in detail. The market for AI to begin with in SDLC is booming. AI spending in this space is expected to grow by from 235 billion in 2024 to 630 billion by 2028. That's nearly triple in just 4 years. Generative AI, on the other hand, which helps create code, text, or even designs, will be a big part of this, and it will grow from about 17% of AI spending today to over 30% by 2028. This basically shows how central generative AI has become in the future of software development. And organizations that have started investing early will have a big advantage in terms of faster delivery or better quality and happier teams as well. So let's take a deeper look at where this growth is coming from. You can see North America leads with nearly 60% of this AI investment. But APAC, Asia Pacific, is the fastest growing region, and many companies are adopting AI rapidly in this region. Also, developer interest is growing fast. Over 76% of developers are either using AI tools or now plan to do so. So this basically shows that we are well past the early adopter stage, and AI in software delivery is no longer a future idea. It's happening currently right now in real teams and on real projects. Moving on, if we look at every stage in the SDLC cycle, we can see AI has streamlined all the phases from beginning to the end. So let's start from how AI is helping each stage. In planning, we can see AI analyzes user behavior and predicts future needs. It can also, do journey mining and finding common user paths as well to basically suggest new features. And in the next phase in design, we can see AI is turning simple, text into UI mockups, or it is also helping teams experiment quickly with different designs. In development, we know AI is writing codes, it's suggesting changes, and even, explaining code. In the testing phase, we can see it creates updates and heals test cases when code changes. In the next phase, in the deployment, we see AI is predicting best time for release. It can roll back automatically if things go wrong. And in maintenance, AI detects bugs, analyzes cause, and can even suggest fixes. So you can see AI is basically, every phase has become more intelligent and less manual. This in turn, means that software teams can now focus more on solving problems rather than, repetitive work that they had to do. Now, moving on to some of the advantages that we have been seeing, the results of using AI are clear. 99% of developers who are using AI tools save a lot of time. In fact, most save over 10 hours every week. That's, more than a full day work day saved. So many teams now use low code and no code tools as well, which, speeds up development up to 70%. And these tools basically, let business users build applications without deep coding knowledge. The result is faster delivery, better collaboration between, tech and business teams, and, also higher satisfaction for everyone. Developers, feel more engaged because they can focus now on more meaningful work, creative work, and not just repetitive tasks that they have been doing. And the project managers also report, faster decision making thanks to, better insights from AI. And these AI driven improvements, benefit both businesses and individual developers. Businesses now enjoy faster delivery, also, higher quality of output and better return on investments. We can see developers enjoy reduced stress from fewer repetitive tasks, and, instead of spending hours and hours debugging or writing, boilerplate code, they can focus on problem solving and innovation. This, all leads to better mental well-being and, job satisfaction as well. Project managers that use AI say that decision making has become easier, and, cross team collaboration also improves. So AI is even, enabling faster onboarding for junior developers that can learn by, working alongside AI suggestions. And also, it is not just about productivity, it is about making work more meaningful. So these are some of the advantages that we have seen with AI coming into SDLC. Moving on to the challenges aspect, it's not all smooth sailing when it comes to AI, and there are some serious challenges that we need to address as well. First is, AI can hallucinate. That means generating code that looks correct but doesn't work. Manual review is still essential to, catch errors. And when it comes to data and privacy concerns, AI models, leak sensitive information if they are not handled correctly. And thirdly, if we see many teams don't have the right skills yet. So prompt engineering, AI testing, and, model understanding are new areas still. So that still needs to be, focused upon. And the fourth point around, the cost of running large models is still high. When it comes to GPUs and cloud resources, they can be still a lot expensive for teams. So all of that also needs to be taken into account. And finally, the organizational barriers is something like, management resistance or probably unclear ROI that comes through AI. So while AI offers amazing, power, we must use it carefully. And with the right people and right processes in place, that can easily be done. So these are some of the challenges that we face through AI in SDLC. Moving on, we can see AI is an indispensable co-pilot. We are now moving towards a future where AI is not just a tool, but a co-pilot, in fact. Developers are no longer, working alone. They are collaborating with these AI tools in real time. And their changes, this basically changes their roles, and they must now guide and correct the AI as well, not just, write code. So even non-technical roles like testers or project managers and DevOps engineers can use AI to boost their work and, improve upon their day-to-day life. For example, if we talk about a QA tester, they can use AI to auto-generate test cases, and a project manager can use it for, smart reporting, or basically estimating timelines from the beginning to the end. But to keep AI useful, it must be continuously trained with, real world feedback. Like I said, developers need to work on a day-to-day basis with the AI and give them feedback if they are going wrong. So humans essentially will be there, or always as reviewers, or trainers, or even decision makers. So there are some strategies for effective AI adoption. So basically, how can organizations adopt AI successfully? These are some of the key pointers that we have highlighted. First, use AI to automate routine, which means AI can be used to automate work and improve release speeds. So that can be done on an ongoing basis. The second could be, training your teams. So this could mean developers or testers or even business users. If they know how to use AI, I think that will be, if used effectively and safely also. Third, that we suggest is ensuring a smooth integration. So AI should fit into your existing CI/CD pipelines, the tools that you have and the workflows that you have. And compliance is also an important aspect, given we must follow the data rules and industry standards. So it just isn't an IT initiative, it is a leadership support as well, and chain management and a clear roadmap is required for smooth integration. Moving on, now let's look at what's coming next. We have given out some predictions for 2025 and what's just at the horizon and what we expect with AI and SDLC. So as AI, continues to evolve, it's not just improving what we do today, it's changing the overall structure of how we build software entirely. So these are the 7 predictions of how AI will transform software delivery lifecycle, and something to look forward to. We see that 2025 will have AI transforming developer roles into strategic AI overseers basically, and prompt engineers, while extending its reach to every corner of the SDLC. So the first prediction we have is around agentic AI. We see that these are autonomous agents that go beyond simple suggestions, and think of tools like GitHub Copilot agent or AWS Trans. These agents basically can perform multi-step tasks on their own, like planning features, or writing code, or even running tests, and opening different kind of pull requests. So all of that without developer having to manually guide every step. So this is a big shift, and it's like having a junior developer on the team who is working 24/7 and never getting tired. So these agents can respond to, issues, analyze user stories, and even break down epic, into tasks, small tasks. And they can get smarter. They'll be able to, work across different stages of the pipeline and have very little, human input to it. So developers will in turn move into more supervisory role, and they'll be able to just guide these agents and review their work and step into only when required, or just to oversee tasks and focus more on creativity and judgment of the overall work. The second area is unified AI platforms. The trend we are seeing here is that right now how AI, many AI tools are still fragmented. Like we can see, we use one tool for our ID, another for our CI/CD pipeline, or a third for our ticketing system. So we are moving towards a fully integrated AI platforms need, where everything from code generation to testing to documentation and deployment is connected. The whole SDLC basically. So these platforms will integrate with tools like Jira, GitHub, or Jenkins, and even probably Slacks or Teams. So the result will be smoother, and will probably have lesser errors, or faster cycles in turn. So we'll be able to run an entire delivery pipeline from commit to production with smart automation guiding each step. And because everything is integrated, the context won't be lost between different tools that are present today, and which often slows down teams currently. The next trend is around smarter LLMs. We see that these models themselves, the large language models or the LLMs, they are getting smarter and more aware. In 2024, we saw the rise of models like GPT-4o, Claude 3, and Gemini Ultra as well. So in 2025, these models will continue to improve in speed, reasoning ability, and probably contextual understanding overall as well. That means they'll be able to understand large code bases better. An example here could be, instead of just completing a few lines of code, they'll be able to understand an entire application and suggest the overall architecture, if it's right or not, and if change is required. And they'll be able to understand and remember these patterns from earlier interactions. Probably a version to version, if there is a change, they'll be able to remember the pattern from the earlier version and catch subtle bugs that are frequently present in the entire application, and offer better documentation. So these multimodal LLMs will let us combine code, voice, and even images and diagrams in a single interface, making AI even easier to work with. The next trend that we see is around security and compliance. Regulation is coming, and it is coming up fast. Governments and industries are moving towards different kinds of user data, or even intellectual property misuse that happens through AI. So the EU AI Act, for example, is creating new rules about transparency, explainability, and safety in AI tools. So that means development teams must now bake compliance into the SDLC right from the beginning. So if we take an example, teams may need to prove that AI generated code doesn't violate copyright, or leak the private data that is present in any software. So tools will need to evolve to provide audit trails of what AI has generated and when. in 2025, we'll see a lot more of focus on, responsible AI. We have just been talking about it in the past year, but now the focus is there. Models are following legal guidelines. They are explaining their actions and behaving, in more predictable ways. The fifth, prediction that we have here is around the developer roles that are shifting. We see that traditional coding will, still be important, but increasingly developers will spend more time guiding the AI, and not just writing code. So this will include prompt engineering, the skill of giving clear instructions to AI systems, and developers will also need to verify AI output. Building tools to extend AI and troubleshooting edge cases when the model gets things wrong. So in a way, developers will act like product owners for the AI tools and manage how they are used and trained and improved on a day-to-day basis. Some may even move into AI tooling, roles. The developers might move into these kind of roles, creating internal, co-pilots or automations probably tailored to their teams and their projects. And this shift will require upskilling, a lot of upskilling, but it also opens, doors to more creative and higher impact work. The next trend that we see, the AI adoption is expanding. So we see AI is spreading beyond developers. Non-technical roles like project managers, QA testers, and DevOps engineers are already starting to use AI tools. An example of this could be a project manager. A project manager might use AI to summarize the meeting notes with clients and generate user stories. QA tester might use AI to auto generate regression tests based on user flows. A DevOps engineer might use AI to monitor logs and spot anomalies as they cause issues before it. AI is in turn becoming a digital teammate, so to say, across the organization and not just a coding tool. So this democratization of AI means more people can contribute to software delivery and not just developers, even those who do not write code. So, and the last trend that we see here is around talent and labor dynamics. We are seeing big changes currently in the job market, and there is a growing demand for AI literate developers, those who basically know how to work with AI and not just write code. So we see new roles are also emerging, like prompt engineers, AI test strategists, and model auditors as well. So companies will compete for talent that understands both software and machine learning principles, and we may even see new kinds of team structures with AI specialists coming in who are embedding these software teams, similar to how DevOps or security roles have evolved. And upskilling and training, like I said before, will become a essential part of developers' growth path. And companies that actually invest early in talent development will have a big competitive edge. Now moving ahead, what we see in the future is that AI in SDLC will no longer be just a theory. It's delivering real value currently, and it is going to be doing so in the future as well. Organizations that are using AI currently see a 20 to 50% effort savings and much faster delivery rates as well. But to get the full value, we need more than just tools. We need to have skilled people. We need to have strong strategy and a good governance as well. So AI will become a permanent co-pilot as we progress, helping developers and project managers and the whole team every step of the way. So in summary, 2025 is a turning point. AI will become more autonomous and more integrated with more intelligence. But with that comes a lot of need for new skills and stronger oversight and smart governance as well. So that the teams that prepare currently now, by investing in people, by choosing the right tools and culture, will be ready to lead this new AI driven SDLC. With that, I approach the end of this presentation.